Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here again on Facebook Live. Serene Labs coming to answer your burning questions about product and sales. We are joined with two very special guests today. Uzi Galti, the sales director, and Doron Tiberi, the director of product strategy. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Please tell us a bit about yourselves. Uzi, tell us about your experience and what you do here at Serene Labs.
Well, at Serene Labs, I take care of the sales department. I've been here for the last 3.5 years. I'm coming from a bit of a similar background for 15 years with a international TV channel called Fashion TV, which I was one of the 4 lucky founders. And before that, with trading company. I am very privileged to be the oldest guy in the team. Very proud of it.
The wise one.
Not necessarily. And so this is only in 2.5 words.
Thank you, Uzi. And Doron, about your experience and a bit about what it means to be the director of product strategy.
Okay, so my background is a little bit more boring than Uzi's. I'm a humble electrical engineer. I was working in R&D department for most of my career. First at Cisco Systems, and then in a very interesting project called Better Place, which is an electric vehicle project.
Nobody's perfect.
Say again?
Nobody's perfect.
And about 4.5 years ago, I made the transition to the marketing and product side. Since then, I'm with Serene. So I'm the guy in charge of all the hardware side of things, you know, the sound and the imaging and the power consumption of our smartphones, and also the accessories and all the goodies that come with the smartphone. Now, as per your question, Yolanda, as product strategy for a company that is doing a smartphone and is also involving blockchain, is really, I'm tasked with a very, very interesting challenge of, making this merge between the world of blockchain and consumer electronics in the way that brings blockchain into our daily life and make the user experience is simplified and fun, actually, for our users.
Great. So it's really good to get to know more about the two of you, the faces and the talents behind Serene Labs. We have several people joining us already at the start of our Facebook Live broadcast. Thank you all for joining us. Please send in your questions. We are happy to answer as many as we can get to today. And we want to jump right in with a question about some of our stores. So if you've been following us on our newsletter and on Facebook, social media, you know that we have our flagship store in London. And we've also recently announced that we are opening stores in New York, Tokyo, Seoul, Berlin, Tel Aviv, Kazakhstan, Vietnam, and Turkey. So question for you, Uzi. Why did we choose these specific locations for the brick and mortar stores?
Yeah, we've been doing quite of a thorough research when we go to analyze the best locations for us to open our retail operations. And of course, there are different parameters that we are checking. Some of them just in a nutshell. Some of them are the average of crypto traders and users per capita in each of the places that we checked. Government facilities and government regulation and openness towards this subject of cryptocurrencies. As you know, in some of the countries is more and some of them are less regulated. The availability of, for example, number and availability of ATM crypto machines, the total volumes of trading, and the general approach of people to high technology and different parameters that we checked. And of course, we are approaching first, where the light is before we start going to other places. But our optimal vision and challenge is to practically get in the future nearly everywhere.
Okay. So we are getting some love from Hakan and Mark on Facebook, but Thomas has a burning question. He wants to know, when are you putting the phone on the mass market?
Yeah, that's something that we can say today. The first phone will be on the shelf in our London store. You know that our London store is a beautiful designed and in a perfect location in Mayfair, in a very nice street in London. We are planning the first phone to be there in the second half of October of this year, latest the first week of November. So before Christmas anyway, in 2018.
Okay. And one of the questions that we get a lot on our very popular Telegram channel, where we have over 8,000 members. If you're not there, Facebook, join us on Telegram. So Doron, a lot of people want to know about exactly how this operating system is going to work on the Fini. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, well, I can talk for hours about that, but if I have to choose maybe, 3 major takeaways, which are also what I'm being approached and asked most frequently, is, first of all, rest assured, you're going to get with this Fini phone everything that you are getting from your Android phone today. Okay, so the transition to the Fini phone from whatever other phone you have today would be really nothing to it. You log in with your Google account and all the applications that you had previously installed on your Android phone. Maybe a few more minutes if you are coming from an iPhone, but again, Android is taking care of this transition very well today as well. So you will have your Play Store, you will see your Gmail account, you will see all the app data that you previously used in Google applications. And on top of that, of course, you will have the blockchain functionality. So we are designing this very smooth and self-explanatory wizard that will take you through the setup of opening your blockchain, your Sirin account on your phone. And you can expect to start using crypto as easily, as seamlessly as you're using regular money when making online purchases through your phone today.
Great. Okay, and heard about this D app. What is that, Doron?
Yeah, the Dapp Store.
The Dapp Store. Okay. What's that stand for?
So decentralized, no big surprise here. And app, it's short for application. So sorry for being boring so far, but this is where it gets interesting. What we're going to do here is really, it's an effort that is actually bigger than the company itself. It's bigger than any single company. It's an ecosystem. It's an ecosystem where Sirin is developing the phone and providing the community of developers with an SDK so that they could start taking benefit of blockchain features embedded in their application. It would start by from the very moment you want to install a new application, and let's say that this is a paid application. You will have to purchase it, so you will be able to buy it with cryptocurrency. So, and by the way, I'm gonna talk, I think, more than once today about making these crypto payments. And just, I wanna say it once and not repeat again, that all of these payments will be done directly from the users, okay, from the end users, the people who have the Fini or other phones with the Sirin OS, to the application developers, okay? So this is the D, the decentralized stands, once it stands for that. So there is no middleman when it comes to these payments, okay? And the second thing is that we're going to build into the system is the token changer. So if an application is let's say the application is not a game, it's sort of a framework to deliver a service, and this service comes with a price, and the price is expected to be paid in a specific token. So you will not have to obtain this specific token in your wallet in order to consume this service. It will be enough that you have something, any kind of a token or coin in your wallet. As long as you have value, our system will know how to convert it to the specific required token so that you can consume the service in a very seamless and no hassle way. Okay, so we are talking about the decentralization of the payment method. We are talking about the token changing, and I'm going to stop here.
And security in a safe way also, I would say.
Yeah. Well, safety, safety, it's all over the place, so we don't bother talking about it in any specific, context. But safety is going to be there from the moment you power on the phone, okay, throughout the boot sequence even, some special features to make sure that the boot sequence is executed properly. And when you're doing your web browsing, whenever you're making a phone call or sending a text, security is all over the place. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Nicholas, who's joined us on Facebook, has a question. Maybe, Lizzie, you might want to take this on. How much will the service cost?
Well, we are going to have a very detailed manual for everybody who buys the phone, where we specifically detail what kind of service are under the umbrella of our warranty and which services are not. In this kind of business, it's the usual stuff. In other words, most of the mishaps or most of the problems, if there will be any, that have something to do with the system of the phone or the operation of the phone, we will of course take care of it, and it will be included in the warranty. And some other stuff, if the phone is thrown from the 30th floor and something is broken, of course it will be the responsibility of the beholder. But basically the technical support and the warranty is quite solid and quite satisfying. So in this aspect, no worries.
Okay. We also have another question. How will the sales of the phones reflect on the value of the token?
Well, this is a good question. Our company, we are a technology company, and of course we did an ICO where we raised funds in order to finance the R&D, the research and development of our next phone, next computer, next operating system. But we are going to produce very, very, very fine phones, very good looking ones and extremely efficient ones. And we are not traders in the cryptocurrency market. We believe that, of course, like in any other normal case, the performance of the company, which we are convinced will be excellent, will have an effect on people who trade the company's token. So, of course, that since we expect to perform highly and efficiently with a good product and a good service behind it, and to develop the next model also even better. So we believe that it will have a positive influence on the value of the token, but it's not something that we are dealing with. We are not from the token market. We are a technology company.
So speaking of that technology, Doron, what is the difference between having an external cold storage wallet or having it as a part of the phone?
I'm glad you asked that, actually. Let's focus on the difference. I think this is really, what you asked. Let's start by saying that you can expect to have everything that you have on external cold storage wallet when you have the cold storage wallet inside the Fini. But you can expect much, much more. The smartphone, well, I don't know about you guys, but I practically live inside my smartphone. This is at least what my wife is complaining about. And the smartphone knows a hell of a lot about me. Okay, he knows my daily routine, and he knows who I'm communicating with. He knows what I buy online, what media I consume, and so on. So the smartphone is very much aware of the context and the context of my activity, and this would be the major one major difference. Because if I'm using an application and I would like to make now a purchase or a payment, and I'm going to click on a purchase or buy or checkout button, I will not be redirected to some generic interface where I will have to punch in the address, let's say Ethereum address of the recipient of my funds, and I will not have to punch in the amount and make sure that I allocate enough gas for the transaction and so on. It's all going to be done for you. You're gonna click on a pay button, and then you're gonna be you will see this sort of a wallet overlay interface come on, and you will just have to authenticate yourself and go through the process that actually you have defined yourself as the security measures for using your wallet. You can choose to be a little bit more paranoid and use your fingerprint and the PIN code and put quite a few steps over there. You can choose to put maybe a few less steps, but there's going to be a bare minimum of security defined by Siri, which is the security step that you will have to go through. But basically, you will just go through the security procedure, and you're going to make the transaction, and you're going to be redirected back to the original context, to the purchase. You're going to, you see the confirmation, and you're going to be informed with the details of the shipping, or you just go on to the consumption of what you just paid for. And it's going to be very, very organic and very natural process that will not make you shift context into crypto when it's just a purchase of some other thing that you are now making. Sometimes we go into crypto when crypto is not the context. We are now enjoying some music. We are buying an album, we are buying a gift, and we want to stay in this context, even though we are using our crypto tokens to purchase it, but it's not the crypto that is on our mind right now. So the phone is going to help us stay in context and work through the payment as briefly as possible, as quickly as possible.
Okay. Thank you, Doron. So we're really focusing on the Fini phone, but Naz, who's joined us on Facebook, wants to know, are there any plans for a tablet in the future?
So that's a good one. So in our white paper on the CrowdSell, on our publication, we are talking about the let's call it the three products, standalone product that we are developing: the Sirian OS, the Fini phone, and the all-in-one PC. Having said that, we are challenged by the community quite a lot. People are asking for a tablet. That seems to be a category of product that is very much aligned with the target customers of the Fini specifically. And we hear you, we hear the community, and we are. I cannot say everything that is on our mind right now, but we are doing this together, and we are getting this feedback, and I hope soon enough we could come up back to you, the users, with a little bit more, organized and formalized survey of some sort, and we are going to decide together what product we're going to develop next for you guys.
Thank you. And Uzi, so Nicholas is also asking, would service be available through Sirin Labs or AT&T, Verizon, O2, etc.?
Well, we are going to announce soon the names of our technological and technical partners, companies that are very serious in what they do, and companies that are helping us in first step to develop our next FINI, and these companies will produce the FINI for us after it's been developed and approved. These companies are also going to give us the technical support, and I'm talking about international spread. Basically and practically everywhere we sell, we will also give technical support. So in this aspect, everybody can be rested assured, because this is the basic, this is our basic approach, and this is what we call the sale after the sale. So there will be technical support in every city that we are selling.
Another burning question that we had from social media was, can you share with us how you plan to get the FINI offered around the world?
You mean, how do we intend to sell it?
Yes.
Oh, this is a good question. So, first of all, the FINI is going to be sold in Sirin Labs website. As you all know, we have already started to sell it, and we have a few thousands of units that are pre-sold. At this stage, we are still selling it with a nice discount to everybody who are interested. I think that by the end, until the end of January, it is still 20% discount to our customers when they use the SRN token to buy the phone. As of 1st of February, the discount will be 10% until the end of February, but we will continue selling it all the time through our website, and of course through different distribution channels, department stores, chains of stores, our stores. We are going to have different pop-up stores during the relevant summer locations, and during the winter in relevant locations. The phone is going to be available in all continents, in basically all countries, within a very short while after it's ready to market.
Okay. Right, and how would you define the FINI's market positioning from a sales perspective?
I would say that the FINI product is is a premium phone. We developed and sold and marketed one model of the Solarin, which was very high-end phone in every aspect, both technological, expensive materials. It was I would say, the highest possible positioning. And then in our next phone, the FINI is going to be defined as premium. Its retail price will be $999, but it will be premium not only because of its retail price point, but because of the value for money, not only because of the money. And the value is going to be very high. You're talking about fantastic materials, you're talking about high technology, you're talking about safety, security, and you're talking about a relative advantage that you will only find with the FINI phone. It's don't even bother to look for. This is the only phone that will be very, as Doron explained, very friendly to use for the cryptocurrency users, very safe to use, and it will break new grounds. It will open new doors. This is tomorrow's technology today, not just as a title, but as practice.
Yeah, maybe just to add on top of that. So whenever we are talking about the Finiphone, it's 50-50, 50% of the blockchain features. But when you are pricing a phone at $999 and you are putting yourself at the same price point as the tier one phone, so basically your promise is a tier one phone. Okay, and we tend to talk a little bit more about the blockchain, but in the end of the day, when you take the Fini, you are choosing the Fini as your daily phone, and of course, this is something that we are working very, very hard on. For example, in imaging world, when it comes to camera, there is this saying that the best camera is the one that you have on you in the moment that you want to take a picture. So this is how we see it. With great power comes great responsibility, and we are responsible for the image quality of the pictures of your children and your friends and family that you are going to take with the Finiphone. Have you chose to buy a Finiphone? So you can expect the phone to leave you with no dilemmas. You will not have to choose between the phone with the blockchain capability or the phone that has the really nice camera. It's going to be the same phone. It's going to be the Fini, and it's going to match on performance, power, power usage, the fast charging. It's gonna pair with the tier one phones that you will have available in the same time frame that Fini is coming to market.
Okay, so Burhan has been watching the both of you in this Facebook Live session and wants to get a little bit deeper into what you were both just speaking about. Burhan's question is, what is the need for a new phone if you can do everything by using D apps on a regular phone?
So I'm not sure you will be able to do everything that you think you can do with the dApps or the way you're going to do it with Fini. First thing we talked about is the token changer. We are not going to send you to exchanges or marketplaces to acquire tokens relevant to specific services and applications. It's going to be built in. And by the way, the same way that you're going to change tokens for the consumption of media and services, you will be able to change tokens for the sake of changing tokens. So you will also have, a sort of a exchange built into your phone, which is a much desired functionality. This is what we hear from the community. And on top of that, you are going to have applications most probably not available outside of this ecosystem that in which Sirin is providing the SDK that let you have blockchain functionality and features built in your applications.
We have time for just a few more questions before we wrap up today. Emily asks, will Fini have support for memory card?
You're talking about an SD-ROM card. We don't. Okay. Let me share with you a little bit more information that you thought. An external SD-ROM card, which is a little piece of memory that you can get into and out of your phone, it is quite a challenge to our security standards. Okay, but we are working hard to let you have that, and we will probably gonna make it and let you use an external SD-ROM to expand the memory And it's just to say that this is a bigger challenge that anyone actually out of the company can expect. But we're going to have it securely. Yeah.
One more question that Naz asked us earlier. Which coins can be stored in the Finnie?
Okay, so as a baseline, you can have all the big market cap coins. You can expect to have them. Ethereum is one of them. So are all the ERC20 tokens on top of it. And when it comes to any specific new blockchain, we are launching in October 18. So the question that you are asking about the coins, you are also asking them about coins that don't yet exist today. But we are sure that by October 18, you want them on the phone. So let's just say that we are building the platform in a way that, of course, we can accommodate new coins. And this is not only when the Finnie comes out, because you're gonna have additional coins and tokens that gonna be created and generated after October 18. And of course, you can expect over-the-air updates of the Finnie and also of the wallet functionality, and we're going to accommodate and support more and more coins and tokens as time progresses.
Great, thank you. That's our time today. Uzi and Doron, thank you for joining us on Facebook Live.
Thank you for watching us.
Thank you everyone on Facebook for your questions, for following us. Continue to send in your questions about sales and product, and be sure to join us next week at the same time for our next session of Facebook Live. Join us on Telegram and keep supporting Syrian Labs Infinity. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you, everyone.